It feels like only a week ago that I was on my way to an MOT. Oh wait, yes, it was a week ago. Yes, it was 8 days ago that I took my 306 in for an MOT, and he passed. After they'd fiddled about with one of his bulbs, he passed. So in a way, Rafiki, the pressure's on. And of course, that's not forgetting that about 10 weeks ago, I took Lauren in for her MOT, and she passed. So yes, the pressure is mounting. And let's not forget Lexi. It was about 8 months ago now, back in December, but when she went in for her MOT, yeah, she passed. And I'm trying not to get too ahead of myself on the back of all of these MOT passes, because realistically you never know what's going to happen until you actually go in and have your vehicle tested. So I'm trying not to get too ahead of myself, partly because it's like the old saying goes, you know, you don't count your chickens till they hatch, etc. But also because Rafiki here, he may only have just shy of 11,000 miles on the clock, but he has a terrible track record for MOTs. Now you may know this, you may not, I'll tell you anyway. So I've owned this bike for 5 years now, just over, and when I bought the bike came with a full MOT. And for about a year during COVID, I didn't ride. What that means is that throughout my 5-year ownership, I've taken this bike in for 3 MOTs, and he has failed every single one. The first year that I took him in, he failed. The funny thing is, he only ever fails on one thing, but he always fails. So the first year that I took him in, he failed on fork seals, and at the time I was new to bikes. I had plenty of experience with cars, but I was relatively new to bikes, didn't really know much about some of the bike specific mechanical things. So when he failed on fork seals, I basically gave him to the bike shop and paid them to do his fork seals, and there we go, we get our MOT. Fast forward 12 months and he goes in for his second MOT with me, and he fails again, and again it was a failure for fork seals. So at this point I'm thinking, hang on a minute, I paid the garage to do these fork seals 12 months ago, what on earth's going on? So I decided, if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. So I decided to pull the bike apart and see what was going on, and funnily enough, the left hand fork was absolutely perfect, nothing wrong with it whatsoever. The right hand fork, however, the chrome part of the right hand fork was pitted, and it was that corrosion, it was that pitting that had basically chewed into the new fork seals. So in one respect, yes, when the garage did the fork seals at that moment in time on the retest, he would have passed. However, if the garage have replaced the fork seals knowing that the chrome part of the fork was pitted, then that's very bad practice. So I replaced the chrome part of the fork on the right hand side, and I replaced the fork seals, and we got our MOT. And then, well, let's see, fast forward to, when was it now? Oh, it was last year. Yes, it was. I'm concentrating too much on talking and not enough on changing gear. And then yes, we fast forward to this time last year, And in he goes for his MOT, and true to form, he fails on one thing. And that one thing was his steering stop, which was an absolute bloody nightmare. Complete strip down of the front end of the bike, and welding and painting and all sorts. And it kind of made me not want to work on bikes ever again. But we got the job done, we got the MOT, and I was happy. You know, but I thought to myself, you know, I never want to do another job like that. And then of course Lauren comes along and has a broken steering stop as well, and shows us that the steering stop that we had to repair on Rafiki was, in comparison, a walk in the park to what I had to do with Lauren. So now here we are again, it's MOT time. Maybe, just maybe, we get a pass first time this time. You know, we're either going to follow the trend of the other vehicles and just go and pass our MOT, aren't we, Rafiki? That's what we're going to do. Or, little bike, you could stay true to form and fail. And probably fail on one thing. Now, I didn't really have much to do for this MOT. I did a couple of things, but it's the sort of stuff that I do on a regular basis, you know, clean the bike, clean the chain, etc. I did adjust his rear brake pedal just to get some of the slack out of it. I did, he looks lost. I did repaint the reservoir just here. Do I take the bike in? Yeah, let's take the bike in. Yes, I repainted rather the reservoir here because I'd lost, bet that's her dog, I'd lost some paint there. So I've repainted that, and it probably looks okay on camera. It's actually a bit of a shit job, so I might have to redo that at some point. But we're here, so let's give them the key. Well, he's been in and he's been tested, and I did say that one way or another he was going to break a trend. You know, he was either going to break the trend of my current vehicles passing their MOTs by failing, or he was going to break his own curse of failing MOTs by actually passing one. Well, I'm pleased to say that he's broken his curse. He actually went in for an MOT and passed. I guess it was going to happen eventually, or at least I had hoped that it would happen eventually. I had hoped that the day would arrive where he would just go in for an MOT and pass. You know, I appreciate that he only ever failed on one thing, but it was always something quite significant. But there we go, in for an MOT and a straight pass. Did we get any advisories? No, didn't even get any advisories, which is excellent, it's great, although I do like tinkering with bikes, so, you know, any advisories I would have probably just picked up and done it straight away, but he's actually given us pretty much a free pass this year, which is wonderful. It means that for at least another year I can carry on enjoying my little 125.